Okay, so this one says, did your racist teacher teach you that, or your parents? Now this comment was just to one of my videos where I'm talking about New Mexico history and the things I talk about. Now let me tell you a little bit about myself for those of you who don't know me. Now I didn't grow up with no parents, bro. I was born in 1988. My mom was Priscilla Martinez. She gave birth to me while she was on drugs. They had to kick me at the hospital. I was born, they say, addicted to drugs. Anyway, I had a 1-year-old brother at the time, John Paul. He was my closest. Me and him were together ever since I was born. We were in foster care together. We lived with my grandma and my grandpa a little bit. We lived with my cousins Gail and Jerry. We were just all over the place in our childhood. We didn't have a mom and a dad. We didn't have parents. My mom, rest in peace to her soul, was on the streets and in prison my whole life. My dad, I don't even know who the fuck he is. So no, my parents didn't teach me this. And as for, did my teachers teach me this? No. In 7th grade here in New Mexico, 7th grade they teach you New Mexico history, but they just teach you the basics. Now listen, I came from a family of people who were addicted to drugs, who lived a life of crime, who were in and out of prison in the streets, and now most of them are dead. My uncle just overdosed recently. My mom overdosed way back in 2002. And so where do you think I ended up? I ended up on the streets. I ended up on drugs. I ended up in prison, out of prison, back to prison, back out of prison. I went to prison 4 times. And I didn't learn my knowledge from a teacher. I learned my knowledge from studying, from reading books, from learning about everything, from my history, also growing up in Santa Fe. So I learned my history, I learned my culture, I know my traditions, and putting them all together and giving you guys my knowledge and common sense, that's where I learned it from. I learned it from reading books. Books are important. And nowadays it's not even as hard as having to go to a library, rent a book, do research, take notes. Now you could do it all with the power of the internet. Anyway, this is Tragedy. Thank you for watching. Hope you learned something new. I'm out. Subscribe to my channel to learn more.